Hello everyone. So the previous section we have seen this two-factor authentication flow in which first a user will send username and password. Once it is validated, we will generate an OTP and send it an user's response, the request response, as well as we will store it in the DB of OTP. After that, once the user gets the OTP in response, it will send the OTP as well as the username in the next request, and the OTP will be validated. If it is valid, then the user would be able to visit the endpoint. So till now we have seen this flow. We were sending the OTP in the response header, but in this video, in this tutorial, we will send the OTP to the user on his mobile number instead of sending it in the response. So we will be generating OTP to user via, not to send the response via OTP via response header, we will send it via mobile number via text message. Okay, so this will be our agenda for this meeting. Now we will be using this Twilio.com. So what you have to do is you have to sign in first to Twilio.com. Once you sign in, you will be credited with $15.5, and once it is credited, you can buy a phone number from here. You can go to this manage and buy a number. From here, you can buy any number. I prefer the one which is very cheap. So you can select anyone, and once you purchase it, you don't have to pay it from your wallet. It will be automatically deducted from the balance that you got while when you sign in. Now once this is done, you will be getting the SID and the token. SID and token will be generated once you sign in, and after that, once you buy the number, your number will also be shown in the console. So you can see that information over here in the console window. And Twilio has its own documentation in which it tells how to integrate it with Spring Boot. So we will be doing that. So in this, they say that you have to include this dependency, and then you have to initialize your SID and auth token. You have to initialize Twilio with your SID and auth token, and to send the message, you have to use this message.creator and then send it. So we'll be doing the same thing, and yeah, that's all. So let's try this. Let's see how this works. So we have this token, SID, and phone number. So let's use it in our project, in the previous project which we had done. So this is our endpoint. This is our filter from where we are checking if OTP comes. If OTP comes, then use the OTP details authentication. Otherwise, use the user details authentication. If the user details authentication is true, the OTP would be generated, and we were sending it in the response. In this video, we will be removing this, and then go to user details authentication provider. Over here, we were converting that authentication object to user details authentication to set the OTP. In this tutorial, let's remove this, and instead of this, we will be generating the logic to send OTP to user's mobile number, and instead of returning user details authentication, we will be returning this authentication. Okay, and as usual, we will be saving it in the DB. This we will this we will implement the logic. First, let's include the dependency in our POM XML. So we go to this documentation, we get this dependency, and then we put it over here. Okay, we can use the latest dependency, but okay, for now let's check if this is available. If not, we'll use the latest one from here, from even. Now let's try to initialize our Spring Boot with the Twilio, with this Twilio.init. So we'll go to main class over here. Let's expand this. Over here, let's put it. Okay. Now let's use this dependency Twilio account SID. In here we will put our SID. And instead of system.get environment, I'm directly inserting the SID and the token. Okay, this is done. Now to send the message, we can use this method, message.creator. Let's take this, go to our application, and over provider, let's put this logic. Let's import. Import was for v201 version 2010. 2010. Okay. And phone number, let's import class. This Twilio type. Okay, this is done. Then we will put our phone number, that is 2 number. This means that this is the receiver. For receiver, I have already put my number in the properties file. I will just use it. The rate value and phone dot number. This is what I have put over there. String mobile number, and let's send it to this. And for phone number, that is the one which is sending, we will use the one which we have created in this Twilio. Let's copy it and let's just paste it. Over here, let's change the message also. Let's say hi, the OTP for sign in is, and then let's provide the OTP. Okay. Yeah, looks fine. Let's test this. Okay, so our application has started. Let's try to send a request to the same demo/hello without the OTP. Send it. Okay, it says okay, and I have got a message. Let's try to put this one 004197. Okay, let's send this. Let's check in DB also, like whether this is the only one which we've got. Let's run this 004197. It's the same. Yeah. This means our testing was successful. And of course, instead of directly hard coding these values, we can get the phone number from the user data. From this we can add one column in which we store the user phone number, and we can fetch it from database and then send the OTP to it. Or yeah, we can do it like that. And for keeping the SID and token, we could always create. This should be private. It should not be public. We should always encrypt it and then store it. So yeah, that will be an extra precaution that we need to take. But apart from that, this was the initial understanding on how to use Twilio. That's all. Thank you.